Hey, this message goes out to all my chosen ones. Hey, look, I know I did a previous video about forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's vital, with everything going on. Because as a person of y'all, whether male or female, you understand, if you've been in this walk too and holding on, and enduring, which we got to do till the end, then you understand that every day is a battle. When you wake up, you're in a battle. You know what I'm saying? When you in the middle of the day, whatever you're doing, regardless of if you're just laying in the laying in your recliner chair or something at the house or whatever, you're still a target, and demons are going to try to attack you. When you go to sleep at night, demons are going to try to attack you. It's just part of this walk, especially in these last days. So this had just came to my spirit. You know what I'm saying? But unforgiveness is like it's like something that rots you from the inside out. When you think about it, how Satan moves, he sends people at you, all the time. You know what I'm saying? With those demons in the form of people all the time. Whether you know them already or you encounter them in life, you know what I'm saying? Family, whatever. But at the same time, you when you're getting attacked, you don't just look at it like it's you don't just look at it like it's a demon. You know what I'm saying? It's a demon attacking me, especially when you get angry. Because if somebody's attacking you, you know what I'm saying, as far as like slander or, trying to trying to get you out of character and, make you look up on them, you know what I'm saying? Or, it could just be anything. When a game stalking you, everything. Satan wants to make you get out of character. And when you get out of character, you're not thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say be slow to speak, slow to wrath. Because when you get out of character, you're not thinking. And it falls right into Satan's hands. You know what I'm saying? Because as people, you know what I'm saying? Even if you've been in this walk for a long time, you're not just gonna think, sometimes you do, but when your anger has you not thinking. So you're gonna react more than think about it a lot of times. When somebody's coming against you and they've been talking about you and gang stalking you, you know what I'm saying, they're throwing dirt in your name. They're trying to, provoke you in some kind of way through actions or through anything. You're not just gonna think those demons. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna automatically think those demons. And we just be real. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is holier than thou. So you're not just gonna think, oh, it's these demons doing something. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you're angry, you're just gonna say, this person right here is trying to cause me this and they're doing that to me. They're saying this about me and I'm not doing anything to that person. So naturally you just get, you get mad, you get, you know what I'm saying, irate, upset about it, you know what I'm saying? And you blame the person. And Satan knows that unforgiveness can cost you the kingdom. That unforgiveness being in your heart, that can cause you to not inherit New Jerusalem. It can cause you not to inherit the kingdom. That's why he does it. He does little things like that in order to set snares and traps for us. And it may be here and there along the road, but he want to get you caught up in unforgiveness. Because he plants little seeds basically in our heart. Somebody may do something over here and talk about you, or they may treat you this kind of way. It can be somebody at a gas station or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at that person and you're angry at that person, especially if you got to see him all the time. And he plants seeds in our heart in order to create, you know what I'm saying, to stir up strife and create, hatred in your heart and unforgiveness, because he knows that can stop you from getting to the kingdom, you know. But if you notice, always he doesn't do it to people that he already has. He does it to people that's trying to live right and trying to live for Yah. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows he already has those, they're already his. They belong to his. They're already blinded. They don't know where they're going. Whatever they do, they don't feel any remorse for it because if he already has them, they're not gonna feel remorse for it. They're gonna inherit his characters, his characteristics and his traits. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, when you hold that unforgiveness in your heart, he knows that that can stop you from going to the kingdom. That's why he does it, but be slow to speak and slow to wrath. You know what I'm saying? Even in bad situations, even if you lose you know what I'm saying, you lose your temper or whatever like that, because it happens to the best of us regardless, because nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the best of us, that was just a saying because I don't think of myself no better than anybody else. All of us are in this fight and doing to the end. I'm dust just like anybody else is. You know what I'm saying? Um, so keep pushing for y'all. I just want to say, don't live in unforgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Always strive to forgive and ask the Most High. If it's anything in your heart that's holding you back from forgiveness, or is anybody that you know, that you're having a hard time forgiving, just ask the Most High to help you out, because it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? He plants those snares and those traps to keep us from going to the kingdom because he knows where he's headed. You know what I'm saying? We're not dealing with a dummy. You got to understand that Satan has been here. He was created by the Most High, but he's been here, just like all of us, like in everything else. But he's been here, you know what I'm saying, since the beginning. He's seen all that, and he knows, you know what I'm saying, way more than we know as a person. And I'm not giving um any power to him, because you already know on everything on my life, it's always all praise Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? He has all the power and gets all the honor, the praise and the glory, because Satan is beneath him. Always know that. And everything else is, and everybody else is, you know what I'm saying, light years beyond light years beyond light years. So um I love y'all. Stay pushing for y'all. I just want to you know just throw this quick thing out there. It came to my spirit. Don't live in unforgiveness. You know what I'm saying? If you do, it can cost you the kingdom. All know that. Already know that, because that unforgiveness, you know what I'm saying, it turns into anger, and it can have you to react on it. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. Be safe in these last days. Keep pushing for y'all. Never give up on him. And if you see somebody who need encouragement, you know what I'm saying, try to give it to them. Especially if they in y'all, try to give it to them. I ain't speaking to everybody. If people on demon time, then you already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fight. But you're not obligated to try to help anybody that's not, that's like that, that's trying to live for the world. You just wasting your time. So I love y'all, man. Keep pushing for y'all. Enjoy your day. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, y'all willing. Peace.